Hi, now we are going to see why does RSA work and what is the time complexity in it and the cost complexity, all these factors. In the last session, we have studied how to convert the plain text to the ciphertext using RSA encryption and the decryption, which involved three operations, that is key generation, encryption and the decryption, and the few steps we have described to convert it into ciphertext. Here, why it is so famous and why it is widely used, that is what we are going to see. As we have seen in the steps, since it involves like finding the prime numbers and calculating the product of the two numbers and the mod operations, if it involves the larger values, then it will be very difficult to convert the to calculate the mod value. So it is not so easy for the mm, unauthorized person to guess the values of e, n, and e, d, n, and phi of n. That is why we say that RSA is very efficient, and that is why it is widely used. That is, it increases security by making it complicated, making the calculation complicated. So we'll see each and every factor now. That is, it is easy to generate E and D, easy to compute encryption and the decryption techniques, and it is computationally infeasible to find D given with E, and it is computationally infeasible to find given E and E, that is encrypted plain text. So because of these things, because of these advantages, we went for this RSA algorithm. Next is RSA decryption time complexity, encryption time complexity. Yes, this we saw. Yes. So RSA encryption and time complexity, both encryption and the decryption involves repeated multiplications, as I said, repeated multiplications of b-bit numbers, and unoptimized multiplication of 2 b-bit numbers, and reduction modulus, and so many multiplication operations are involved. It takes order of b square time. What is this b? B is nothing but the block size, b bits in a block. The encryption key E is usually a smaller integer such that E is equal to 3. And the encryption involves a small constant number of modulo n multiplications. The time complexity of encryption is order of b square. Always the encryption is very easy and it is less time consuming than the decryption. Now we'll see how I am saying this. Time complexity for the encryption is order of b square. Next is RSA decryption and the time complexity. What is the time taken for the decryption process? The decryption involves raising a b-bit number to the power of d. That is, as I said, ciphertext power d mod n is the formula for the decryption. So a naive implementation of decryption thus involves d multiplications. Since d is the same order, so number of multiplications, since the exponent is d, number of multiplications will be d number of multiplications. Since d is of the same order as n, the complexity of the decryption operation is order of nb square. See, the order of the time complexity for the encryption is order of b square only, where the time complexity of decryption is order of nb square. So this is the difference between the encryption and the decryption process. How to reduce the time in the decryption or the encryption process, how to speed up is using the square and multiply method for calculating the E and D, for reducing the number of multiplications and the modulus operations. We can use the square and multiply method. So it involves converting the decimal value, that is 57 as into a binary. Then we have to generate like c power 2, c power 4, c power 8, c power 16 and c power 32 to every binary number. then it has to be multiplied with the 1 c power 4 again into 1 c power 8 c power 16. So like this it goes. So by square and multiply method we can reduce the time involved in the RSA encryptions. Next, why we have to use RSA is software performance. If you find that modulus and the multiplication operations are very complicated, that can be embedded. Like the Java programming language, we have number of APIs, application programming interface, which helps in the key generation and the encryption, decryption, message digest, and the digital signature. So these are contained in the Java security packages, and it's various sub packages. Java also permits the import of classes created by various third parties that implement cryptographic algorithms. Yes. So what it is said is, by using APIs, we can do this modulus operations. We can generate the key operations, everything very easily instead of going manually. Next comes public key cryptography applications. Yes. See, we saw that if you involve this RSA, that is public key cryptography, it takes more time as well as the complication is also high. If you take private key cryptography, the problem is the security is less, the confidentiality is less, but the time is also less. So if you want to combine both the advantages, like I want security as well as the less time, I want to reduce the time, I want to increase the security, both the things if you want, then we have to combine both the public and the private key cryptography. So how can I combine this public key cryptography and the private key cryptography is by using session key. See here. So for confidentiality, what I said, it is there. Then message between A and B for the duration of the session are encrypted using a secret key encryption algorithm. Yes, if I want to send a message between the sender and if the sender wants to send a message to the receiver, first he should encrypt the message with the session key, and the encrypted message should go to the receiver. Now how he will decrypt the message without the session key? So this is where the public cryptography is going to play. The session key is nothing but the private key cryptography technique, because we are going to take one key and we are going to encrypt the message, which is called as private key cryptography. So we are taking the session key, which will be valid for only particular duration, that is for 4 or 5 minutes for the duration of that session. That's it. So we are going to take the message and encrypt the message with the session key. So how I'm going to communicate my session key is the problem in the private key cryptography. How I'm going to solve that problem is by using public key cryptography. So what is the method I can use is, first I'll get the session key, I will encrypt the session key with the public key of the receiver, and I will send my session key to the receiver. Now the receiver is aware of the session key. That too, we sent the session key very safely and securely with the help of our public key cryptography, that is with the help of the RSA algorithm. How I did? I've taken the session key, I encrypted with the public key of the receiver, and I have sent. So the receiver will be using his own private key to get the session key. So he decrypted the session key with his private key, and he has taken the session key. Now what is the next step? As we said, the message is converted to the ciphertext with the help of the session key, so that will be sent. Now what they are going to do is, the encrypted message will be decrypted with the help of the session key, which the receiver has already got with the help of public key cryptography technique. So this is how we can combine both the public key and the private key cryptography techniques. See, the same thing is explained in the diagram. That is, choose a random number S, that is nothing but the session key. So I have to communicate the session key information to the receiver. So how I'm going to do is, now I'm going to use my public key cryptography technique. That is, I'm going to encrypt the public key uh, I'm going to encrypt the session key with the public key of the receiver. Then I am going to encrypt the message also with the session key. Then what I have to send now? I have to send the session key information to the receiver before sending the message. So I'm sending the encrypted session key, which is encrypted with the public key of the receiver, and I'm sending it. So the receiver will decrypt the session key with its own private key. He will get the session key. But how he is going to decrypt the messages? With the help of the session key which he received. So this is what is there in the RSA. So with this, I'm concluding the session. Thank you. Bye.